All right, I've had a lot of people reaching out asking about adding photo booths to their DIY list of options and wanted to know if that's something I would ever recommend. So let's jump into that today. Okay, so we do actually have photo booths and they are one of our DIY options. I just haven't talked a ton about it because I don't actually know a lot about that industry yet. Clearly the photo booth industry is a whole big giant industry and you can make good money. You can have just a business centered around that. I just came across one of our local auction sites where I talk about I buy a lot of my rental equipment at extremely deep discounts. I came across a couple of deals on photo booths that were too good to pass up. For reference, the 360 photo booth that I got, it retails for $1,000 and it was brand new, still packaged in the box, unopened for $299. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy this and just see what happens. So I got both of those and we have listed them and rented them out some. There's just a lot I still don't know, but if you follow me at all, that doesn't really faze me. I just kind of learn as I go. So for those, we do it different than like a hosted event. So we have a stationary photo booth, which is easy to deliver and set up. We do require that we set those up. So we would drop them off, set them up, and I would leave like a list of instructions on how they work and how to use the software, as well as I would show somebody. But then we're just charging a less fee because we're not printing out pictures. So some of the photo booths have a hosted employee there to make sure everything runs smoothly, and then they're printing out pictures. Ours don't do the printed pictures. It does, you take your pictures on the software on the iPad, and then you can text them to yourself, you can email them to yourself, or you can scan the QR code and get it right there. So they're not getting an actual picture, they're getting digital pictures. And we don't have a hosted person. So you're gonna save with us by just doing it yourself and letting people do it themselves. Same with the 360 photo booth. And instead of providing like an iPad there, it has a phone holder. So people are just gonna put their own phone in there and it will circle around and do the video of them. They're gonna do that themselves. That's why it's much more affordable on our end, because we're not having a host and we're not doing all this whole setup of all of the pictures for you. Some people just want to have that and have the people at their party be able to take their own videos on their own phones on the photo booth, or they can use the software on the stationary booth. I do have a lot of photo booth people, not a lot, but I have had people in the photo booth industry that will comment like, I can't believe you are willing to leave your equipment there. But then there's also a whole host of photo booth people that leave the stationary one all the time. So it's kind of back and forth. But with the 360 photo booth, I have people that are like, I can't believe you're willing to leave it. I got such a good deal on it that it's already paid off after I rented it out a couple of times. And honestly, I'm very risk tolerant in life and in general, but especially in this business. With DIY, I know that people are taking your stuff, setting it up, doing what they want, and bringing it back. There's always a risk that things can get broken. But I have people sign rental contracts, I have cards on file, so I do everything I can to protect us in that event. And in general, people do a pretty good job of trying to take care of your stuff overall. So I'm kind of learning as I go. We do have those. They are good money makers, and people there's always people that are looking for a option where they don't have to spend as much money. And so that's where you come in, where it's like, if you don't care about a host and you just want your guests to be able to take fun pictures at your event, but it's not as expensive, then we got you on that. I am learning as I go, so I'm sure some photo booth people will throw some stuff out there for me. I would love to hear it. But yeah, I think that it's a great add-on if you have the option to get one, especially if you have an option to get one at a decent price, because people are always looking for them. We get messages about them all the time. All right, ask me any questions you've got.